Yo guys, what is going on? I got some BT5 gameplay for you guys featuring a red versus blue matchup. So down at the bottom I'm playing what I call like Omnimon blue. So I'm kind of bringing it back from 1.0 format but just upgraded with all the new Omnimon and Garurumon support from the new Battle of Omni set. So my opponent is playing kind of like the opposite, right? He's playing the Greymons, right? So we got to see who can win between Garurumon and Greymon. So you see he's got set up with the starter deck Greymon in the breeding area. I'm going to hatch my Tsunomon, which is the BT5 one, and then Digivolve into Gomamon, and then Koalamon, which is the one-cost blocker out of BT5. So we finally got a one-cost blocker for blue, which is pretty nice. And then I'm just going to keep it simple with the vanillas, and then Digivolve into Bastimon for a cost of 2, leaving my opponent with just 1 memory. And then we're going to see he's going to Digivolve into the classic Metal Greymon there, who's got Security Attack +2, but if he does choose to attack with that guy, he will lose 5 memory, so usually not the best, but he does have a pretty solid inherited effect that lets you gain 3 memory. So then I'm going to go ahead and end my turn by just playing the Nokia Shiramine Tamer card, which allows me to play a Gabumon or an Agumon from my hand for 0 cost. So I'm just going to play a copy of Gabumon from my hand for free, and then you've got, see there, I've got a bunch of Garurumons in my hand, lots of Metal Garurumon, so hopefully I'll be able to do something with that. But then my opponent is going to just Digivolve the Shoutmon there, and then attack with the Z Greymon. So if you're wondering, well, why is he attacking even though it's technically your turn, like it's going over, memories going over 0? Well, it's because Z Greymon has a effect called Blitz, which allows you to attack when Digivolving even if the memory does go over 0. So then he's going to be able to attack with that, draw some cards, and was at like 15,000 or something, I believe, but he's going to hit the Sora and Joe Tamer card in security anyways, so that is just going to let me play them for free. So now I'm going to be able to suspend Nokia because she does have the effect of if I'm Digivolving to a Garurumon or an Omnimon, I can suspend her to, Digivolve that Digimon for 1 less cost, and then go into Metal Garurumon. Not going to attack because I'm afraid of the Zeke Greymon, that he'll just kind of kill me the following turn. But then I'm going to Digivolve into BT5 Garurumon for a Digivolve cost of 2, but then gain back 1 memory due to its effect because I did Digivolve on top of a Gabumon. So then my opponent is just going to actually bring out the Shoutmon. Now I will say we did catch this previously when he attacked with the Zeke Greymon. He was supposed to check 2 cards because he does have the security attack +1 Greymon there, so I apologize about that. But anyways, he's just going to start his turn by attacking again. Unfortunately, he is right at 15,000, I believe, or maybe he's 14,000 or something, but he's got plus 3,000 from the Greymon, Metal Greymon, which is not enough, so he does actually die to my Omnimon. That's BT1 Omnimon, still a very, very powerful card. I think a lot of people are like, maybe not as keen on playing BT1 Omnimon now that we've got like a bunch more. We got Alteress, and like we're getting Zwart and Zwart Defeat, and the Blitz Omnimon from this BT5, but BT1 Omnimon is still a powerhouse. And then I'm going to start my turn after my opponent plays the Cordomon, and the reason I gain 2 memory is because Sora and Joe give me an extra 2 if my opponent has a Digimon without materials on the field, which he does. The Cordomon does not have any materials, so then I'm just going to be able to Digivolve into my Plesiomon after the Bastimon. Plesiomon, have not played him in a deck in legitimately forever, but he's still really good. I forget how amazing vanillas are in this game because the fact that I can Digivolve a level 6 Digimon for only a 2 evolution cost is fantastic. So then I'm going to be able to trash some cards due to the the starter deck Gabumon underneath the Plesiomon, and I'm going to attack security with the Metal Garurumon as well, and then I get to, I believe Tsunomon gives them plus 1,000, so he's at 12,000 right now, because his name does have Garurumon in his name, and then I'm just going to end things off by playing the Gabumon for 3 cost, which allows me to add a Garurumon as well as an Omnimon from those cards to my hand, but there was none in that stack, so I'm just going to pass it over to my opponent. He's going to start by hatching the Sakudomon, and then playing his own copy of Nokia, because he is playing a Blitz red deck, so that deck usually does play Nokia and the Agumon, and he's playing lots of Greymons like Zeke Greymon, Metal Greymon, etc. So we see there, he's going to reveal the Metal Greymon, which he will take to his hand. Unfortunately, no Omnimons, but he will get the +1 from the Agumon, which is really nice, especially because he only paid 3 for it, right, because of the Nokia. So then after that, we are going to see the Greymon Digivolve. So he's going to pay 3 for the Nokia, Digivolve the Greymon for a cost of 2, but really it's going to be a cost of 1 because of Nokia. So then he's also going to gain a memory from the Greymon because he Digivolve on Nagamon, effectively making it free, right? It's so good. Nokia just gets you set up with so many power plays, and then just going to go into a Metal Greymon, passing the turn over to me. So since he does still have Digimon without materials on field, I'm going to start my turn with 5 memory, unsuspend all of my Digimon. I got 2 level 6s on field. And you saw there, I drew the Supreme Cannon option card, which allows me to return anything with 5,000 or lower on my opponent's field. Unfortunately, his blocker is 6,000, so if he was playing like the 1-cost blocker like Monodramon, I would probably just activate Supreme Cannon and then just get rid of his blocker and probably go for a game. But I'm going to attack with a Plesiommon, rip a material off of the Metal Greymon. Plesiommon will survive because he is 12,000. Now, I actually could have, proc Sora and Joe here, because Sora and Joe does have a 1 attacking effect where you can detach 2 materials from the bottom one of your opponent's Digimon. I kind of forgot about that, so I do apologize. But anyways, I'm just going to Digivolve into a Garurumon, same interaction that he did earlier. I'm basically evolving him for free because it's a 2 cost, but I'm reducing it by 1 and then gaining 1 memory back from the Garurumon. So it's really nice, and I drew into the BT1 Omnimon there. I'm just going to go Omnimon over the Metal Garurumon, leaving my opponent with 1 memory locking him, and at the same time getting rid of his powerful level 5 Digimon. So I think my opponent is a very bad situation right now. He only has 1 security, he has no Digimon coming out of the breeding area, and he's only got a level 3 and a level 4 on field, and he's got to face down an Omnimon, 2 Garurumons, and a Plesiommon. So then he's just going to end things off by playing a Corgimon from his hand. I kind of had no choice, but at least he does have the other blocker. It still won't matter though, because I'm just going to start my turn with 6 because of Sora Joe, Digivolve the Gabumon, and I'm going to swing with Omnimon. Now, Omnimon, I will first of all use the Metal Garurumon underneath them before the Omnimon, so I'm going to gain 1 memory from attacking, and then I'll use Omnimon's effect to bounce back Metal Garurumon to unsuspend himself. And unfortunately, I'm going to hit a Gaia Force, which is really unfortunate for me, but it won't end up mattering. So he's going to kill the Omnimon, rightly so, and then I'm just going to swing with the Plesiommon. He is forced to block because he does have 0 security, and I've got 2 more attacks. He's only got 1 more blocker, so I'm just going to attack. Garurumon will die. Well, he might, yeah, he's at 6,000, so they were both 6,000, I believe, and then I'm just going to attack with the remaining Garurumon for a game. So guys, that's going to be game 1, and then game 2, my opponent will start this time. You see my hand is, like, not that great. I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm missing a level 4, don't have any tamers or anything like that. So my opponent's going to open up pretty decent, about what, like, as good as you'd expect, right? He's going to Digivolve a Rookie, play the Nokia, and then play the Agumon, and then get a +1 off of the Agumon, because he gets to search any Greymon. He's going to search the BT5 Greymon from his, from that stack for free. And then it is going to pass over to me. I will start my turn with 3, and from here, I did draw the Mock Agumon, so that's nice, and finally drew the Garurumon, so that is even more nice. So now I've got a level 4, I can build all the way up to level 7 if I wanted to. So I'm just going to go Garurumon. Unfortunately, no effect in the breeding area, but it's whatever. Like, I don't need it. And then I'll just pass turn by giving him 1 memory. Again, the reason why I love Vanilla so much. So then I'll just go Bastamon, leaving my opponent with 1 memory. Now he's got 1 memory to do all this stuff, but even with 1 memory, he can still do some pretty cool things. So he's going to suspend Nokia, and then gain back our memory with Greymon, making that evolution cost free, and then probably go into maybe a Shoutmon, or like a Metal Greymon or something, but we're just going to see Corgimon instead, giving me 1 memory as well, because I don't think either of us were playing memory tamers, or at least I don't remember seeing any. So I'm just going to start my turn with 1, and I could definitely bring out the Bastamon here, but I know he's playing cards like Shoutmon D-Cross and like like Z Greymon that can attack over my guys, and Gaia Force, of course, Omnimon probably as well. So I didn't want to risk losing my Bastamon, especially because I spent all that time building up the ladder anyway. So I just decided to leave him in there and then Digivolve Plesiommon for a cost of 2. Again, leaving my opponent with 1, and then the following turn I'll be able to go Omnimon and it, just pop off from there. So then my opponent is going to go Omni Shoutmon, which is pretty sweet. Now, if he does Digivolve on top of that, any Digimon will Blitz will get security security attack +1. So leaving me with 2 memory, I'm going to go ahead swing with the Placeomon. Now this was very greedy because I do know he's playing Shoutmon D-Cross and some other 12,000 plus Digimon. So like I probably should have just gone Omnimon straight up without attacking. I think that would be the more safe play, but I guess it worked out for me. So I was just going to attack, go into Omnimon and get rid of his level 5, his Omni Shoutmon there. So then my opponent is going to start with 4 memory, bring out his Agumon from the breeding area, and then again do that same combo with the Nokia, Digivolve the Greymon for free, which is pretty sweet. If he does get rid of my Omnimon though, I don't really have any, I have follow-up plays, but I just have like nothing else on the field, nothing else in breeding. So then he's going to go Metal Greymon, and then there we go, there is Shoutmon D-Cross. So D-Cross has 2 really cool effects. When Digivolving, you can place any Digimon underneath his materials from your hand, like as long as it's red, but he's just going to go ahead straight up attack. He's going to Suicide. He is 15,000 because he's 12,000 base, and then he gains 3,000 from the Metal Greymon there, so he's just going to Suicide, which I mean, I think that was a pretty decent move. Like, it sucks he had to sacrifice his whole turn for that, but Omnimon was going to attack twice, and if he did end up going, like, let's say he went like Zeke Greymon or something instead attacked me with Blitz, I would have just ran over it with the Omnimon anyways, so I think that was a pretty decent move. Anyways, I'm just going to play my Nokia for 3, play the Gabumon, and then Digivolve into the Garurumon for a cost of 0. Effective cost of 0 off of the Nokia effect, and, you know, the Garurumon's effect as well. And I could probably go, like, Mach Galgamon here, but instead I'm just going to go Coelamon in the breeding area for 1, leaving my opponent with just 1 memory. So then my opponent is going to start. So we've got, you know, got blockers in play. We're kind of taking this back. It's pretty even so far. He is at 4 security. I'm at 5. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what will happen. So my opponent is going to Digivolve his Agumon and then play another copy of Nokia, and then he does have the BT5 Agumon as well, so he's going to get the search as well. So then he's going to add probably the Greymon's the only thing he can add because the others don't have Greymon in their name, they don't have Omnimon, so he's just going to add the Greymon and putting the rest at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to start my turn with just 2 memory, but even though I'm only starting with 2, like Nokia lets you reduce costs of like your Garurumons and stuff, so I could go Were Garurumon, Metal Garurumon, like right here for a total cost of 5, and I'm passing over my opponent. But instead of bringing out the Coelamon, I think I'm just going to keep him in the breeding area. I think that's the best option because, again, like I said, he's playing all these sorts of removal card, like, you know, D-Cross and Guy Force and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to be safe, and because I do have the level 5, 6, and 7 in my hand, I think the best move is probably just to build up in the breeding area, or not, just ignore everything I said. I guess I was very indecisive this move, this turn. So I'm just going to go into Garurumon. I still think, in retrospect, it would have been better to just, like, keep that guy in the breeding area. Maybe, I guess I didn't want to evolve my blocker, but he's probably going to kill the Coelamon anyway, so I could have just, you know, guaranteed myself an Omnimon the following turn, because then now I'll have, like, more than enough memory to deal with anything. But yeah, so I think that would have been the better play, just to leave Metal Garurumon in the breeding area. I'm not sure what I was thinking there, but he's just going to bring out his Agumon and then Digivolve the Greymon, reduce its cost by 2, and then the Greymon will gain him a memory. So he's going to go +1 memory from that interaction, which is really sick. So my opponent is going to then go into Omni Shoutmon for a cost of 3. Omni Shoutmon is really cool. He's a level 5, so then after this we might see a Zeke Greymon. So then he's going to Digivolve Zeke Greymon for a cost of 3. Zeke Greymon does have the Blitz effect, so he will be able to attack even though the memory is over 1. He will also have plus 2,000 and security attack +1. So he's attacking 13,000 for 2 checks. I'm just going to go ahead and let that go through because I don't really want to lose my Coelamon at this point in the game. So then I'm going to start with 1. Sora and Joe's going to put me at 2 because he does have that Agumon that has no materials. And I'm just going to evolve into the Gabumon. And since I do have 3, I think now is the time to just go Metal Garurumon, like, go Omnimon, not even attack, like, definitely don't attack, because he's playing some pretty big dudes in security, but I will also get the security attack +1 if I do choose to attack, because I've got the Garurumon underneath. Regardless, I'm just going to Digivolve a Metal Garurumon for a cost of 2, so I guess I was just daring enough to go ahead and attack. He's going to block it because, like I said, that will be a +1 check. I believe he's also at 13,000. I can't remember if the Garurumon gives him +1 or +2, but it boosts him in some way. And again, I did misplay there. I should have activated the Sora and Joe as well. I keep forgetting has a second effect where if you do attack with one of your blue Digimon, you can suspend them to trash 2 cards from the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. But regardless, I'm just going to go into Omnimon after that and then delete his Z-Greymon, preventing his own Omnimon or any sort of like Shoutmons or anything from hitting the board. So then my opponent is going to start with 5 memory, Digivolve into his Agumon. He's got the lone Agumon against my super powerful Omnimon on the field, and he's just going to Digivolve Corgimon for 2. I feel like it probably would have been better just to Digivolve that on top of the existing Agumon, because then, well, I guess he figured I wasn't going to game him anyway, so maybe he didn't want to sacrifice the blocker. Maybe that was like his only level 4 in hand, so he just wants to build up. But then he's going to Digivolve Omni Shoutmon in the breeding area there, and then play one more copy of Nokia. So he got triple Nokia on field, play another copy of Agumon, and hopefully he can get something that he needs. I've not seen an Omnimon, so he's just going to see a Greymon. I'm pretty sure every single time he's added a Greymon. So has not seen an Omnimon yet. And then it's just going to pass over to me. So then I will start with 3 memory, and then Sora and Joe will put me to 5, I believe. Yep, so I'll start my turn with 5. I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Gabumon. And then now my Omnimon, again, can, gain the memory off of the Metal Garurumon. I'll get security attack +1. Oh, actually, no, I just game him. Yeah, he probably should have just went Corgimon on top of his Agumon. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Even if he blocked once, I'd still hit him for 2 security. Yeah, no, but I wouldn't have gained him though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was the better play. But regardless, he would have lost all his dudes, because then I would have just killed it, and then I have other follow-up plays in my hand. But then I'm just going to hit his last couple security cards. He's going to Gaia Force me from security, and then that is going to be game with the Gabumon for game. So guys, that's gonna be game. If you did enjoy, let me know. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.